What's up, everybody? This is Jeremiah, and today we're reacting to a video. Where are OnlyFans millionaires today? I'm now. If you all know, well, we all know what OnlyFans is, and people on it are, you know. But yeah, and it's really hack. It's not really hack. Let me rephrase what I'm saying because I'm not thinking straight. It really is a problem for you, mostly young women, because a lot of people will say like, oh, I'm gonna start an OF, I'm gonna start this, and I'm like, don't do that, because like the moment you start doing it, and like you're not even generating like $100, man, and those things are up on the internet, so that time comes, people are gonna put you on the spot because of that. It's like, you don't want to do that. Like, that's a bad idea. And even plus, these other OnlyFans models, these other OF chicks, like, they tell other young women, don't do this. Like, speaking to them, do not do this. It is mentally draining. It's gonna ruin your life. It's really gonna ruin your life. No joke. But where are these millionaires now today? Because some of these chicks, they be making more money than NBA players, mind you. Silver Ring generated like what, like over $60 million, more than LeBron James. Like, what? My goodness, man. But hey, let's see what happens, man. Without further ado, let's react. Sit back, relax, and let's react to the video.
At 12:01 a.m. on her 18th birthday, she posts her OnlyFans link, and within hours, she's made $1 million. OnlyFans is an innovation we've never seen before in the sex trade, taking a movement meant to empower women's rights and twisting it to enrich the few at the top, all at the expense of society as a whole, which we'd later talk to Chris Williamson about.
OnlyFans almost certainly takes advantage of the loneliness that we're seeing in young men at the moment.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely.
It also is just an outgrowth. It's just another wing on the side of the sort of pornification, identification world.
And now they're turning the most sick thing possible into a marketing strategy.
You already know what the f going on. We just broke the link record with the youngest link of the century. $1 million in a couple hours. I'm still the youngest one doing it for.
This is Lil Tay, real name Claire Aline Keyhope, and this is the result of a plan set in motion when she was just 11 years old.
This wait. You're telling me this was all planned out when she was 11, back in like what, mid 2010s? What? Yo, there's no way. I know like, it's people like parents, not always, some parents plan their kids out, plan like their kids' lives out, and like they actually like do it, because it's really sad to see that. Ryan's world, let the kid retire, because that's different. But like, you are setting your kid up to do OF work or online, you know what work. So, oh, bro, it's sad.
Viral child star Lil Tay just turned 18 and within hours launched an OnlyFans account claiming to have broken records.
So is this something that you had been planning on, like waiting until you turned 18 to be able to do it?
Like, it's an idea. I've actually been like planning this since like 2018, so.
Born 2007, Lil Tay was planning on doing OnlyFans well before she should have even been allowed on social media.
Thank you to all my supporters who have pre-ordered since 2018 or whenever.
Oh, pre-ordered, oh my gosh. Yo, if you ever pre-ordered a freaking OnlyFans or an OF account or something like that, you're a sick weirdo. You are a sick weirdo. Go to church and repent, please. If you do that, repent, man. Repent, bro.
For you did.
OnlyFans had only existed for a couple of years back then, but has now grown to be valued at over $8 billion. See, the platform has amassed over 4 million creators, but the average creator makes just $180 per month, while the top 10% take over 70% of the earnings and the top 1% take over 30%, with Lil Tay placing in the top 0.0001% of creators earning over $3 million after just 3 hours.
Already, like, I'm literally number one on OF. I'm the youngest, and I'm on top, as always.
But the truth of why she's doing this is far more twisted. Because while the insane amounts of money Lil Tay is earning would be a good explanation, Lil Tay's past not only calls her free will into question, but also who that money even goes to in the first place. In 2018, a 9-year-old girl appears on Instagram calling herself the youngest flexer of the century. She speaks in a contrived hood accent, and her Instagram is all wads of cash and luxury cars. She gains 1.2 million followers in 2 weeks.
My toilet costs more than your rent. I'm only 9 years old. This Lil Tay, and I'm richer than all y'all broke jiggly pop looking at. I mama, cause she had thought.
Wait, who's Lil Tay? Wait,
Lil Tay is a 9-year-old girl who is famous now on the internet for talking shit and showing all the money she has and all the things she buys. If you don't know about Lil Tay,
no.
This is the death of society.
At first we laughed. It's just absurd.
I totally agree with that.
And dissing people in a fake accent, but the laughter didn't last. A 9-year-old doesn't invent these lines or build this character or monetize themselves.
It's the parents.
Then a leaked video surfaces. Her 16-year-old brother Jason is directing her, not encouraging but coaching.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
No. Redo. You need to be like more ignorant. You have to be like, ooh, Lil Tay out here.
Jason was obsessed with going viral in the late 2010s. He figured shock was the fastest way to fame, and it would hit harder coming from a kid rather than him. So he chose his younger sister, which would set off years of manipulation and exploitation.
That's terrible. You are your legit brother using your own sister for that's evil, man. That is legit evil. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Even her own parents were cashing in, pushing her to do whatever made the most money as fast as possible.
And what about those homes she claims to own? GMA talked to Mom Angie's former boss at a Vancouver real estate firm, who told us Lil Tay filmed using his car and some of his properties for sale, all without his approval.
I didn't shoot in anyone else's house.
You didn't shoot in anyone else's house.
She then walks this back to,
no one has proof that I did.
Her mother, a real estate agent, was far more involved than appeared at first, and was actually fired after she let Lil Tay use people's homes and cars to film.
David Yang was Angela Tian's boss. His red Mercedes SL 500, also used as a prop in one of the profanity-laced posts.
But I didn't realize she was filming for Instagram. If I had known, this would have been happened.
This exploitation of a child was only headed in one direction.
Just stop reporting my videos. I have a dream. I'm trying to make my mom proud.
And even before OnlyFans, commentators were seeing exactly where Lil Tay's trajectory would take her.
These images will live on and follow you for the rest of your life. Is a 9-year-old really capable of making this kind of decision?
No. This is some question you ask a girl on her way into porn, not a 9-year-old with a foul mouth.
But then, one day, Lil Tay just disappears. Now you might be thinking, good, she should never have been pushed into this anyway. Yet, her disappearance would last for 5 years. And then, in 2023, her family revealed that she and her brother were dead.
Oh yeah, I heard that
so
too.
What could have been more disturbing than her exploitation and early death? Well, maybe the fact that it was all fake. Yes, Lil Tay emerged from the grave to reveal that she was in fact alive and that her disappearance was due to her parents' custody battle.
My death was greatly exaggerated. It's not funny? Not funny? Oh, okay.
She claims her father was coercive, abusive, and forced Lil Tay back to Canada before falsely announcing her death. And if you thought that was the peak of it, it wasn't. Only 15 years old, she released her first song, Sucker for Green, a song about sex and money. Beyond the feeble songwriting and dancing, this whole thing was just so disturbing, seeing the sinister direction Lil Tay's life was going. It wasn't long before she admitted her childhood was ruined. It also wasn't long before it was over. Leading up to her 18th birthday, Lil Tay posts about men asking for her OnlyFans account the moment she's legal.
So it's my 18th birthday on July 29th, and every male has been counting down to it and literally telling me to drop the link the second I turn 18.
That's sick.
Girlies, what do you think? Should I do it?
Yeah,
then
really
at 12:01 on July 29th, Lil Tay releases her OnlyFans. Everything is designed to publicize the fact that she's barely legal and it somehow works. But you might have picked up on something. She released the first batch of content at 12:01 on her 18th birthday, so unless she shot, edited and uploaded this all in 1 minute, it was then created while she was still a child. This video is sponsored by Chat LLM from Abacus AI.
That's
if
crazy.
you've been using AI
shout out to
lately,
the sponsor.
you've probably run
Shout out
into
to the
this
sponsor,
problem
though.
where every model does something different. One's better for writing, another for reasoning, another go to chatllm.abacus.ai or click the link in the description below. And it isn't the first time underage content has found its way onto OnlyFans.
Not the first time.
There's been a whole slew of this stuff on OnlyFans in the past. But this is where Lil Tay's story gets even weirder, as she goes on to claim that OnlyFans is a way of life, an alternative to college.
What? OnlyFans OF is the new college? One builds debt, other builds wealth. Pick your point. No, the other one builds death and the other one is ruining of your life. Like you can't redeem. I don't know if redemption. I don't even know. Like just the stuff is there on the internet. It's there forever. People will remember you as the OF chick. No joke. They really do. They really do. No joke. The internet is forever. People can save it. People can repost it. People can pre-record. People can do anything but that type of content. No joke. They really can't. And saying that is like, bruh. Yeah.
In many respects, OnlyFans didn't actually plan for this to even happen. It just built the cleanest payment system we've ever had for it. It takes the world's oldest trade and plugs it straight into the modern attention economy, where everyone competes, everything escalates, and whatever gets the strongest reaction gets rewarded. And for the young men fueling demand, it's the feeling of being wanted by purchasing a micro relationship.
And the thing is that, yeah, as what Moon said, the dudes are gonna buy into it and pay for it, bro. It's just, stop with it, bro. Stop with it. You're buying a subscription so that you're looking at this thing, gooning to it, and trying to like message the person but you're just messaging to one of her freaking employees. Man, it's as soon as men stop paying for these subscriptions to OF, then you see the numbers go down. But until then, it's gonna keep rising, man. Until the point where until the point where it becomes way worse.
Someone is responding to you. So we spoke to Chris Williamson, the host
you're
of the
talking
Modern
to
Wisdom
one of her
podcast,
agents.
known for talking to psychologists, researchers, and cultural critics about what's happening to dating, loneliness, and meaning in modern life. So we asked him if OnlyFans is linked to the loneliness epidemic.
OnlyFans almost certainly takes advantage of the loneliness that we're seeing in young men at the moment.
Yeah.
But it also is just an outgrowth. It's just another wing on the side of the sort of pornification, identification world. Maybe it does help men to feel less lonely, or maybe it causes them to steep in their own neurosis and ruminating thoughts and spend all of their time in the house. I don't know. It could be either of those two things. And ultimately, we need to work out what's the net impact of this. Is this going to make them all sexually dysfunctional? Is it all going to give them OCD or performative autism or ADHD or whatever? Is it going to make them totally incapable of social interaction? Or is it going to have a negligible effect? We don't know. Like, this is what happens when you release a new technology. And I don't know, I am pretty concerned, I am quite concerned about what the future of young kids growing up with. I mean, it shows you everything that you need to know that Steve Jobs' kids didn't have iPads.
Yeah.
The people that create these technologies don't permit their children to use them. And
that's
yet,
true.
Many users of these technologies do. I can't make the prediction, and this is why it's scary. The uncertainty is what's scary. If we knew the impact that this had, we'd be able to start adjusting stuff.
Yeah,
we'd be
start
able to
preparing
control
for it.
Usage time, or we'd be able to, it would come with a health warning.
And then he points us to a common moral defense people use to justify the entire industry.
It's kind of like the drug dealer argument. If they don't get it from me, they're going to get it from someone else.
Yeah.
If one OnlyFans creator doesn't create her OnlyFans, it's not like a million others. And if it's not that, it's admireme.vip. And if it's not that, it's, there are the way that these competitions work is that if there's a gap in the market, someone's going to fill it.
Yeah.
So I would guess, again, if I was, I'll just put a little bet on, can't say it with certainty, but I would guess that OnlyFans discourages men from finding intimacy in the real world. That would be surprising to me if there was a study done.
I totally agree with that.
And OnlyFans subscribers report higher levels of real-world loneliness. Would be very unsurprising. But how comforted are they by this, again, artificial intimacy? Virtual intimacy, I guess. It's not necessarily artificial.
It's clear that OnlyFans is just a symptom of a much wider problem between men and women in 2026, where these systems hijack the void in the psyche of millions. So what are we actually seeing here? How has her life come from being a millionaire from OnlyFans? And most importantly, where does this lead over time? Especially now that she's over 18, people just shrug and say, well, she's legal now.
That's so, oh my gosh, that's such a disgusting thing to say. I mean, that's, oh, fudge, bro. That really is, all the same, oh, well, she's legal now. No, bro, that's, I don't know, no. She actually started before she was even 18. And then now you say, oh, it's legal. No, bro, it's still bad.
Is the internet so desensitized to this pipeline that preparing children for work doesn't even register anymore? From then, her earnings had risen from $1 million to $15 million, and she still claims to be the #1 on the platform. Yet it seems like her personal life is hell. But this is hardly the worst story compared to all the other OnlyFans millionaires out there. You see, what happens when the most humiliating thing done to you becomes the thing you have to sell to survive? Blac Chyna found out after Rob Kardashian posted revenge content, creating an expensive legal fight that led her to OnlyFans to pay for this. Born Angela White, her mother Tony Tokyo was abusive, unhinged, and takes all credit for her daughter's successes, literally taking any opportunity to demean her own daughter publicly.
She's rotten, spoiled, always been, and
we're looking where she got it from.
Period.
Angela White was forced to sell herself to survive and to support her parents from a young age. She worked as a stripper from the age of 18 while at university to support herself and both her parents financially.
I continued to dance, to support myself, my mom, and my family and whatnot.
Here she met a man called Blac Chyna. She liked the name and took it for her own alter ego, a character she built around herself, one she could sell to survive while preserving Angela White.
Blac Chyna is the brand.
Is that where the persona of Blac Chyna was created? Was in that
absolutely.
era? Okay.
Yeah, in the strip club.
She danced at the King of Diamonds, a celebrity strip club circuit where one of those celebrities took a shine to her. Drake's turned her into a category. Then the industry started hiring her. But she wasn't talent, she was just purely sex appeal, and soon another artist would discover her. Blac Chyna spoke publicly in an interview about how rapper Tyga came out to Miami to the strip club she worked at specifically to meet her.
Yeah, so Drake put me in a song, it's called Miss Me, which then Tyga discovered me. Well, not discovered me, but he came to come and meet me and meet Chyna.
But this didn't lead to more work.
So then from there, after that, I got pregnant, and then I moved to LA.
This would put her on the road to OnlyFans, and it was then that she started to enhance her body. Cosmetic surgeries that reflected modern society's appetite for excess, including for breast enlargement surgeries, lip fillers, Botox, and silicone injections in her bum. Tyga then quickly moved on to the next woman.
And then he started talking to Kylie at the time, which is I think she was 16 or something, and we was engaged and stuff. So that's kind of what ended it.
Now she's a single mother with the father embedded in a powerful family that considers her a threat.
Everyone knows the history that Blac Chyna and the Kardashian sisters do not get along.
But one didn't. You see, Rob took a liking to Blac Chyna and began messaging her.
Robert, he was hitting me up on Instagram all the time.
It wouldn't take long before she was sucked into the Kardashian orbit again. Their relationship didn't last very long. She alleges that he beat her and his sister got their show cancelled. They then split up, and Rob publishes revenge content of her online. So now she was fighting multiple legal cases.
A court showdown between Blac Chyna and the members of the Kardashian family is taking place years after the reality star filed a lawsuit against Kris Jenner and her daughters.
And here's the craziest part. When Rob leaked the photos, fighting back required money that she just didn't have. So she had to start an OnlyFans. The very thing used to degrade her became the thing she had to sell.
It was something that I didn't want to do at first. But at the time I had so many lawsuits and so many things that I was dealing with. I'm like, I gotta figure out how can I continue to have my house, take care of my kids, do everything I need to do. So that's why I started the OnlyFans.
And almost to her detriment, it was a huge success. She went stratospheric and became one of the platform's top content creators, as headlines emerged about her earning $20 million a month. But it was just another degrading chapter in her book of her own exploitation.
It's a dead end. All that stuff is a dead end. Yeah, the money's great, but do I really want to live my life like this?
You see that? Once you started, it's like now you start questioning. Like, oh, the money is great, the money is this, that, and this, but do you want to continue doing it, or is this really fulfilling? What's up, everybody? Enjoying the video? That's great. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications to know when I upload another video. Also, tune into the live streams. Live on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So tune into whichever one that seems best for you. Also, join the Discord, link in the description down below. And 98% of you guys are watching the videos. If you guys be watching the videos so much, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Without further ado, let's get back into the video. It's gonna clock in the head. See, it's gonna stick in the head. It's gonna come in that. It's gonna a thought yo, the money's great, but you really want to still do this for the rest of your life? Keep on exporting yourself. Keep on showing your stuff to the internet. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? It's crazy, man.
The answer
It's
is
not.
no.
It's because some of these treat as a last option, which that's not our last option. They really treat it as a desperate option for to get money quick. I feel like starting an OF is you just not want to try. You just really don't want to try and just use it. You just want to get money so fast and possible that you don't care what you have to do. You just want that money right there, right now. It's for dudes, it's scamming or drug dealing or what else? There's another 3 things, or maybe I think that's the only 2. Just to put that quick money, they get rich quick scheme, basically. It's not worth it, fam. Because for dudes, it's you want to be you're being a drug dealer, passing out drugs and something like that, and then you get arrested. And for scamming, same thing. It's similar to this, but you don't get arrested for this. But the whole internet sees it, and if you're talking about something controversial or something like that. They can they will pull it up. They're gonna pull it up. So it's scary, bro.
Unlike
It really
Lil
is.
Tay, Blac Chyna doesn't want other women to get stuck into a lifestyle that she was trapped in.
I had to take a step back and think about okay, for example, if I'm doing OnlyFans and people are seeing that I'm making so much money, that's going to influence them to want to go and do OnlyFans.
She couldn't do it anymore. She then became a born-again Christian and was baptized. And without warning, she deactivated her OnlyFans.
Good job.
December, I quit OnlyFans. I started feeling a conviction. It's one of those things I did what I needed to do at that moment because of the circumstances that I was in. And then it's you do it and it's just you got to get out of it. It's degrading.
But she spent years and thousands of dollars creating Blac Chyna. That had to go too. But undoing so much cosmetic surgery isn't as easy as deleting an app.
With surgery, I took out the fillers, my lip fillers, cheek fillers, chin fillers, this filler. Got my breasts reduced. One of the best decisions I could have done in a very long time. Also, I got the reduction in my butt.
But what about the guys spending the money and influencing these women to get to this point in the first place?
People that are outliers in one area are outliers in other areas. If you're
That's
non-typical
true, yeah.
with your drive, or your desire to prove yourself to the world, or your need for validation, or your capitalism, or your ruthlessness, or your work ethic, you might be non-typical when it comes to your sex as well. When you can afford anything, what is left for you to want? It's something that you can't get. And what is it that you can't get? Well, you have to start pushing illegality.
Knowing that only makes our next story so much worse.
Hi, my name's Annie, I'm 25. I do social media full-time, influencing on TikTok and Instagram. I also do a little bit of OnlyFans.
Annie Knight is one of Australia's top OnlyFans models, and she makes up to $600,000 per month. This is an insane sum of money, and probably more and less work than the career she originally wanted for herself. She discovered OnlyFans.
You did that instead. You wanted to be a brain surgeon, but you chose OF instead? Bruh.
During lockdown.
I started posting TikToks, and then I realized how fun it was, and I was getting views, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then I started seeing TikToks of other women who have an OnlyFans page, and it's something that one of my friends had said to me to do. She's like, you should create an OnlyFans page, like you would make millions, you'd do so well. And I was like, what are you even talking about? What's OnlyFans?
But because she wasn't famous yet, she didn't enter through the front door like Lil Tay and Blac Chyna. She entered through the messy reality creators never talk about: leaks.
I was very scared about my nudes getting leaked, and it did actually happen. They started getting circulated within my social circles and stuff, which was
start doing this, sooner or later it's gonna get leaked.
Pretty stressful, and it actually made me stop doing it for a while there.
And once that happens, OnlyFans' promise of control falls apart pretty quickly. Now it's not just a website, it's in people's WhatsApp group chats, it's being shown on a phone, handed around at a party, it's everywhere.
I was so ashamed. I really went into my shell during that period, and I had a lot of social anxiety. Every time I would go to a party or I would go out somewhere, I would see people whispering and pointing, and people I knew as well. So it was really stressful, and it caused me a lot of anxiety.
But it wasn't just emotional consequences, she also lost her career.
I had just started a new job. I was on day 5, and I actually went home sick that day, and I received an email saying termination of contract. And I was shocked. I didn't know what was going on. And I read the email and quickly saw screenshots of my OnlyFans on the email and a list of 3 reasons why I was fired, basically.
This is the treadmill you get trapped on. Once you're exposed, the pressure doesn't disappear, it multiplies. And it doesn't just affect her, it hits everyone around her. Her husband was then harassed in public. His old post then gets swarmed, and it escalated from comments online to real-world threats.
My fiance and I, our lives have been threatened, and we've had something scary happen recently where I think had we not had a really high-tech security system in our house, things could have gone very bad, and that's scary, and that's the part of it that I think I do regret. And I think it's pretty easy to say that if I'd never worked with Bonnie, that wouldn't have happened.
Knight is even personally threatened too, but there's one story that changes the tone of everything. Knight revealed that during a collaboration with a male creator, she was art. The attack only ended as she secretly installed a guard in the next room who heard her screaming for help. He later researched the man and found out he was a convicted felon with a long rap sheet of disgusting offences.
We get down to filming, and straight away he is doing the things that I've told him I don't want to do. Now, I've been in this position, a similar position before at this point, where I was like, okay, enough is enough, and eventually I just pushed him off me and I left. This time was different because I asked multiple times for him to stop and he didn't. So I was trying to get him off me, and the more I was pushing him, the more he kept pushing me down.
This is the bit people ignore when they go on about empowerment. Autonomy doesn't cancel out risks, they just show up in different places. And what's grim is that the stories that travel furthest aren't the warning but the spectacle.
I just got railed by 583 guys in 6 hours.
You've probably heard of these stunts, but what you don't see is what it does to someone's body after the cameras turn off.
Body and mind. Don't forget, body and mind.
Knight was actually hospitalized and admitted not knowing that could happen. You're probably wondering how anyone could put themselves through that. Knight's been clear she doesn't plan to do this forever, just enough to lock in her financial future.
It was about, $600,000, and now it's been pretty consistently been $450,000 a month.
Even at her lowest, she makes an insane amount, but she still admits this is not what happens with most OnlyFans girls.
What I see a lot these days is these girls thinking that they're going to create an account and become millionaires overnight. And that is not it. They try and go back to a job and they can't because they've gotten enough coverage or enough media coverage or whatever that, that no one will take them back. So that's something I see a lot that's really sad.
These stunts don't go viral in a vacuum. they go viral because there's a paying audience for them. And what's devastating is that paying for OnlyFans doesn't even come with the kind of status the men usually chase.
You know, there's no status associated with a guy subscribing to a girl's OnlyFans, because anybody with the price of a cheeseburger per month can do that.
And what's so bizarre about this is that paying for OnlyFans clearly doesn't even come with the kind of status that men usually chase.
The reason that guys like to show off the girls that they're with is that they've been selected in some form, right? There's status associated with that woman selecting that man. Presumably there were many men, or at least not just one, and from all of the men, he was chosen.
That's the change. Instead of status through being chosen, OnlyFans offers access through payment, and that access can start to function like a substitute for real dating and real intimacy, especially when people feel more lonely, isolated, and more rejected than ever. And it's all part of a broader trend that we're seeing with artificial intimacy.
But the same isn't true of artificial intimacy, because there's an unlimited number of AI girlfriends.
Oh, these chat. Oh yeah, I've seen it a lot. Even with like in YouTube Shorts, like these ads for like this AI, poly AI, some chat AI, something like that. AI chatbots, stuff like that. It's really sad. It's really concerning. Really is concerning that all these chatbot AI nonsenses are popping up on commercials and like feeds and stuff like that. It's like, yo, bro, we gotta do something about it before it becomes too late, or to the point where, or maybe we already really are at that too late point. Maybe, I don't know.
Being said, male loneliness is a huge problem. It's one that I care about an awful lot. And if this is able to mitigate that, then I don't necessarily have strong opinions about it, unless it encourages men to not step out into the real world. I think that's the concern that everybody has.
I think it's just fear, basically. Most men are in that type of state that he was talking about. I think it's just they want to be rejected. But hey, you just gotta brush it off and move on. But yet, most dudes don't do that.
The darkest version. Not the platform rewarding you for going further, but someone who allegedly forces you to. For most of you, Jack Doherty is a YouTuber.
This clown. This stinking clown, bro. Oh my gosh, man. He has a punchable face, or just a slappable face that you just wanna. Oh, I don't want this clown, bro.
But for the women that know him, he's the one that brought them into OnlyFans.
Yep.
You do OnlyFans.
She works for my
You do OnlyFans.
You made me do OnlyFans.
You did before I made you.
McKinley Richardson thought that she was different. She was actually dating the guy and was clear she didn't want to do OnlyFans.
I realized that the way they did make their money was through OnlyFans. And that was something that I knew that I didn't want to do for myself.
But allegedly, within 6 months, he'd pushed her into it, controlling her account and the money.
Did an event in Houston, and I had a lady say that to me. She's like, I thought OnlyFans eliminated the trafficker, but I'm now understanding that agencies are the traffickers.
Richardson describes how at the beginning Doherty was kind and loving, but allegedly soon became controlling, abusive, and threatening.
I remember saying, I'm just gonna myself.
Not long after starting it, he allegedly became abusive financially.
Even the cut that I get, the small portion of money that I get that's actually mine, you're still cutting into that and using that amount of money when I hardly have anything and you're taking everything from me.
Richardson tells a story about wanting to buy her first ever car with her earnings, but Doherty didn't want her to have that freedom, so he made sure she couldn't drive.
I needed to pay my taxes.
I gotta make this clear, bro. Jack Doherty, bro, if you're watching this, I bet you're not even watching this. But if you're watching this, bro, yo, you need to be off the internet. To be fair with you, you need to get off the internet. No joke. Forcing women to do OF so you can make millions and billions. Nah, fam, you need to get off the internet. You gotta get off the internet, bro. I need to see you off the internet, dog. Need you to get you off the internet, bro. I'm tired of seeing your face. I really am tired of seeing your face. No joke. Really am. No joke, dog. I am tired of seeing your face and doing all this to women that don't even want to do this. And yet you force them to do this. I bet you forced the other girls to do OF, and yet they didn't even want to do that because they see the repercussions of doing that. Yet you force them to do that. And you making millions of it and giving portions to these girls. Nah, fam. Get this guy off the internet, bro. This dude needs to get off the internet. No, this dude needs to get. Oh, fam. Get him off the internet. That's all I'm gonna say. Get off the internet. Get him off the internet.
I wanted to buy a car for myself. That was something that I wasn't ready for. But Jack just didn't want me to buy a car. Like, that was some of our biggest fights. You know, he wanted me to stay home. So Jack and I had a joint bank account. We shared a bank account.
That's a terrible idea.
He would, you know, take the money from OnlyFans, put it into this joint bank account, and take his cut of money. But when I went into my account, I realized that all my money was gone.
Oh.
I'm trying to think how much it was. I want to say $300,000.
And she wasn't the only girl he was managing. His tactics for finding new clients sounded eerily similar to almost pimping.
He loves the club. And the whole time he would be in these clubs, it wasn't just for him to have fun, but he was just looking for girls to sign.
Doherty himself has outlined how he pivoted to OnlyFans as his YouTube channel declined and the money he was used to disappeared.
Everything was
like
adding up,
20
and I was like,
million
yo, I need to make more money.
subscribers, bro.
I need to do something. Then I figured it all out.
What'd you do?
Started an OnlyFans management.
That's when you started it?
Yeah, when I was 18.
Doherty was able to leverage his online success to convince women to let him manage their adult content careers, but he has a specific type he targets.
You know, I don't want to work with a girl that already has followers. Like, I want to be credited for everything. Like, you know, you get a humble girl at 0 followers. If you know what you're doing, you can make whatever girls you're working with stand out more than.
During his wedding vows to Richardson, Doherty dropped some surprise conditions for their partnership. One was that all of Richardson's OnlyFans earnings would go to him, but his commodification didn't stop there. When Richardson found out she was pregnant, his reaction terrified her.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna start a family YouTube channel, and you're going to make so much money when you're pregnant and you have a pregnant belly. You know, the only thing he cared about was money and content, and
This is the greed. This is the type of greed that fudge. How the saying goes? This is the type of greed that talks to. Oh, dang it! Oh my gosh, man, I can't. I know it. This is the type of greed. If you know the things I'm trying to say, you know.
I knew if we had a child, it would be the same exact thing. I knew that child would be exploited. I remember looking at him and I was like, Jack,
just like other family channels, just like Ryan's World, the kid from I don't know how old he is, but I don't know how old he is now. But like before, like I think during like the late 2010s, like he had a YouTube channel, review toys and stuff like that, and he's like a teenager, soon to be like a young adult, like I think he's like 15, 16 maybe. And like his parents are still doing it. He's still reviewing toys. Like, yo, dog, do something like, dog. I think it's his parents that are controlling it, and I feel sorry for him, really do, because like now you're like 15, 16, and not, or maybe I don't know how old he is still, and you're still reviewing toys. Yeah, bro, let bro retire, man. Let bro retire. And other family channels exploit their kids for money on YouTube and stuff and TikTok and stuff like that. Yo, when I become famous, I ain't doing jack squat, bro. I'm not doing no family channels, bro, because again, I don't want my kid's business on the internet. That's not good. That is not good, and it's not safe too. It could be some, God forbid, there could be some weirdo watching the family channels and saying and doing you know what behind the screen. So it's like, nah, fam, nah. It's not good and it's not safe.
Realize
at the same time.
If this is happening, I'm done. I'm not doing OnlyFans. I'm not doing that.
She took the only action she felt she could.
I couldn't imagine bringing a child into the mix. I came to terms with the fact that it wasn't right to have the child, and that's something I live with to this day.
Allegedly, according to her, Doherty also became abusive.
When I called my parents, and I was sobbing to them. I was like, Mom, Dad, like I'm done. Like he put his hands on me again. This has been so horrible. Like, he's not getting better.
Following their split, Richardson was left continuing to do OnlyFans to support herself after managing to regain control of her accounts from Doherty. And whilst this all might just seem inevitable and constant, it really shouldn't be. This is a marketplace, and it only exists because we continue to show up to this meat market. The only way to cut off the supply is to kill the demand, to stop feeding this escalation machine, and stop glamorizing this lifestyle, to kill parasocial relationships. Because if millions of people did this, the entire structure would collapse. People would never feel encouraged to do such a thing in the first place. Because systems don't change themselves, individuals do. And when enough people change, the system has no choice but to follow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad to see that. Shouts to Moon for the video. I'm gonna end this short and sweet. Kill the demand and the supply will just kill the demand. Just kill the people. I think I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. You gotta get dudes off of it because the dudes are supplying or giving into the demand of the process of OF. So it's like once you got the dudes off of it, then you see the numbers start declining. But again, until then, it's gonna go shoot way up already. I don't know. It's to be fair, shoot. It's sad to see that. It's bad for women because now all that nudity and stuff like that is on the internet. You can freely see, and it's bad for the men because now you be going into it, and it's like now it becomes an addiction that it's hard to get out. That porn addiction that you need legit help to get rid of. It's sad on both states, man. It's sad on both states. Again, shout outs to Moon again for a very important video. The original video will be in the description down below. Follow me on all socials. All being said, this is Jeremiah. God bless you all. Jesus loves you all. Repent and be saved. I'm out of here. Peace.